Today we're going to talk about solving systems of linear equations using algebra. So instead of graphing, which can take a long time, we're going to actually try to solve it with algebraic skills. So one of the things we're going to use today and tomorrow is the method of substitution, where we're going to substitute something in order to solve. So what you're going to do on each step is you're going to plug in one equation to the other, and you'll kind of get the idea of which one we do, and you're going to solve for one of the variables. In this case, you're going to solve for x first, and then what you're going to do is you're going to use the number that you find to help you find the other one, which in this case will be y. So let's look at one of our examples right here. So here I have two equations. One says x plus y equals 5. The other one is y is equal to negative 3 plus x. What we are going to do is we're going to take this right here, whatever y equals, and what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in for y. Okay, so we're substituting it in. Just like if I'm absent, there's a substitute teacher. So something's replacing something, and then we're going to solve. So if I do that here, I'm going to take that top equation, and you're going to see it has x plus, and then in parentheses, that negative 3 plus x. I took the y out and replaced it with that, equals 5. Combining like terms, x plus x is 2x, and I still have that minus 3. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. That's how I get 2x equals 8. And then if I divide by 2, I get x equals 4. That is the first part of our solution. But like when we graphed it, we got a solution of x comma y. What we need to do is find the y value. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this 4 right here in right here where it says x in this equation. And then I just solve it. So negative 3 plus 4, in this case, is positive 1. And I always write the solution like this. So instead of having to go through graph paper, find the slope, y-intercept, in this case, we'd have to move one of the equations. We can use algebraic skills in order to solve it really quickly. So we always will get a point 4 comma 1 or something like that with an x value and a y value. I honestly think that all of them are going to be whole numbers, so you should get something easy. Let's try a few more examples. So here I've got y is equal to 2x plus 1, and I got 2x minus 7y equals 7. What I want to do is I want to take this entire thing, and I'm going to put it in for y. Okay, I'm going to plug it in there. This means that I have to use parentheses because I will have to multiply that negative 7 to everything. So it's going to look something like this. So I've got 2x minus 7, this first part stays the same, parentheses 2x plus 1, and then equals negative 7. Using the distributive property, I'm going to multiply here and here. So that's negative 14x minus 7. Still got the 2x, still got the negative 7 over here. That's going to give me negative 12x if I combine like terms. And if I add the 7 on both sides, that's going to give me 0. If I divide, I get x is equal to 0. So that's the first part. Then what we want to do is we want to plug that 0 back in here for x. Okay, so that's our goal. So I get y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 1. Well, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, so I get y is equal to 1. That means I've got my two values, and I always write it like parentheses 0, comma 1. If we were to graph it right now, we would get that same solution. We just have to find the slope of each one, the y-intercept, graph the points, make sure we're setting everything up right, and go through there. Here we're using some algebraic skills. Let's try our last example here. So y is equal to 5x, negative 5x plus 6. So again, it's always going to be y equals. That's the way I've got it set up. And so we're going to plug it in right here. So that negative 5x plus 6 is going to go in there. So that's going to give me negative 3x minus 2 parentheses negative 5x plus 6 equals 2. I multiply that negative 2 to everything on the inside. So I'm using distributive properties. So negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. Negative 2 times positive 6 is negative 12. In this case, I get 7x is equal to, if I add the 12 to both sides, I get 14. That gives me x is equal to 2. Okay, so I've got my first number. Now what I want to do is take that 2 and put it right there in the x. So that's going to be y is equal to, in this case, -5 times 2 and then plus 6. So -5 times 2 is -10. -10 plus 6 is going to be -4. Now, always remember you could get positives and negatives, you could get zeros. And then I finally write my answer, and this is going to be important. You write your answer with the parentheses, -2, -4. Once you've done that, you've completed the problem. Again, they should all be whole numbers. You shouldn't have any decimals, but they could be positive or negative.